Yes, this is over a year later and addressing the issue. Like, I really want to know, how do you guys deal with these battles? Like, nobody gives you the manual. I'm gonna let you guys hear her. And basically, I was talking about our fallout on this video. That's what I'm talking about in this video, guys. So I just want to touch base and ask you just a few things. You don't have to share things you don't want to share right now, because we're just getting back together, like I stated, with everyone else. But basically, I guess I wanna share like how a little bit of how you felt when you were going through that, because I already did share my experience with us, and I'm still talking to my viewers, and hopefully they will respond and comment and let us know what happened in their situations with their significant others, spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever the case was. Because honestly, a friendship, a best friend, is like someone that you're really flipping married to. You know what I mean? And so I wanted you to share your experience when we were apart. Like, how did you feel? Like, what was going through your head? Because I was telling everyone, like, I went through situations where I was so mad. I'm like, this girl, how dare she do that to me? You know what I mean? Like, I'ma show her she didn't love me, kind of thing, you know? And I went through emotional stages. It was like up and down, just like a roller coaster. It was like, how do you feel? Like, how do you pick yourself up? How do you try again? How do you get to that level of actually being better than before? Because now, I'm sure we both have that thing of, we have a lot to work on, granted. And maybe the trust as well. Just like in a relationship, when your significant other cheats on you or lies about something and you feel some type of way, the trust is kind of like, you know, it's tampered with a little bit. So now, how do you get back from that? How do you fix it? How do you know what I mean? What are you even expecting from us now?
Are you aware that you just asked me two different questions?
I'm not really aware. I have so much in my head about us. I'm not aware.
I know. Should I answer now?
Answer. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. With regards to the first question you asked, what was going through my head?
Right.
You know, during the whole situation. At first, I will not lie, I was very upset.
Mm-hmm.
I was very upset. I was very disappointed. You know, there's a bunch of things that happened, especially during that time.
Right.
And a bunch of things that got to me, you know, when I was being told what was being said or what I heard was being said.
Right.
I was really disappointed because I thought that, you know, how can I put this? I thought that we were beyond, you know, all those little petty things. I mean, we were so close. We were more than sisters.
Absolutely.
Literally, like, your family is my family is your family. And, you know, I was very disappointed to just hear that you had said certain things and to see you act a certain way towards me. I just didn't understand. You know, but the one thing that definitely did stand out for me, you know, besides everything that happened, I'm not going to go into all of that.
Of course.
But the one thing that really hurt me the most was when I think you had, I don't know, I think it was you told me, I think we're on the phone and you told me that this girl, I'm not going to name her, I think you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me that, you know, she had said to you during the wedding.
Right.
She had said to you, you know, why are you participating so much, you know, in the wedding or in the planning of the wedding,
right,
when you know that Tina's not going to do, or rather Tina would never do the same for you. And when I was listening to you speak and then you then told me what your response to her question was, you then said that, you know, you don't care, you're doing this because you care about me.
Right.
Now, I accept.
Not necessarily. It wasn't necessarily that I don't care about you. If that was the message that you received. Okay.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying that your answer was you're doing this. You said that you don't really care about, maybe what she thinks. I can't remember precisely, but you did say that you were doing all of those things because you cared about me.
Absolutely.
And,
and I didn't expect anything in return. Absolutely. Yeah.
Exactly. And that was fine, because as your friend, I mean, that's what friends do. I, would literally do anything for you and not expect anything in return. And, you've also done stuff for me.
Right.
Without expecting anything in return. That's what...
It's a relationship. It's 50-50.
Exactly.
Right. It works for us.
So now, after you said that, for me, what hurt me was the fact that she had said, you told me that she said, Tina wouldn't do the same for you, meaning I wouldn't go the extra mile for you.
But the thing is, she doesn't know. Remember the time right before the wedding, we worked on my clothing store in South Africa? What she doesn't, even though she said that to me, she doesn't know the shit that we've been through. Do you understand what I'm saying? She was not there when we were getting dirty and fucking digging tiles off the ground trying to put my store together and bring my dream to life. I know now that, sometimes it's not your place. It's not your business what's going on in that person's life. You need to leave it alone and stop commenting on other people's situation. If she's your friend, go address it with her rather than sitting there discussing your friend, which was very wrong of me. I agree. And that shit hurt me. That hurt me for so long because I was trying to figure out what could I have said? What could I have said to set you off, or what was said about me? And when girls come together and they know what we have, motherfuckers didn't like us together, whether you like it or not. And I hope you know that now. But continue, answer the questions.
Yeah, so as I was saying,
right.
I was okay, honestly, with you saying, you're participating in the wedding because you care about me. I mean, I'd be okay with whatever answer you gave with regards to that. But what hurt me was the fact that you responded to that. You didn't respond to her saying, I wouldn't do, or I wouldn't go the extra mile for you. Now, you knowing everything that we've both been through, you knowing that I would literally cut a person over you. I cut somebody over. There's literally nothing that's off limits. You know this. Nobody can come to me and talk shit about you,
right.
Without me spazzing and telling them, listen, you're out of line, So I felt disappointed in that you just met this girl and, she's saying all these crazy things. Obviously, she had an agenda. And as my friend, my best friend, I would expect you to at least stand up for me and say, you know what? You're being out of line right now.
Right.
Tina would definitely, go the extra mile for me because that's exactly what I would do. That's exactly what I've always done with regards to you. So it really, that really disappointed me.
So
I wasn't disappointed in her saying all of that because, our level of friendship is just different.
Right. So that's the thing. This is what I have to say in regards to what you just said, right? She said that and I responded the way I responded. At the time, I felt like it was right. I just didn't know that I had the window to go as far or in with her, with everything else that she said, right? For me, I feel like with that part of the conversation, this woman is also your best friend. And you guys have been friends way before I even came along. And yes, you have a different relationship together, but I feel like I respected it. I didn't want to overstep. I don't want to sound like, do you understand what I'm saying? I didn't want to sound like, oh, but you don't know what me and her have been through, da-da-da. Because I guarantee you, Titi, there's people back in school that I didn't give a shit about that would say so much negative shit about you. And I would stand there don't you even flipping dare. You hear me? But when it came to her, I'm like, this is Tina's friend as well. I need to watch what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I felt like I can't go in on her like I want to go in on her. So I'm just going to say what I need to say and keep it moving. You know what I mean? But now,
I think that right there is, the difference between you and I. Because if you look at me, for example, from the moment we met, the very first day we met, and I remember that day, I wouldn't let anybody say anything terrible about you.
And it's not even that we are different in that regard. It's not that.
Let me finish.
Okay.
There's absolutely no way. Even when we were on a break,
right?
You know, when we fell out, I would speak to my friend, the one that I'm friends with, and I'm not gonna name her.
Of course, I know who you're talking about. Go on.
And she would ask, like, what is happening? And I'd always mention it to her, like, listen, you know, I have my own feelings with regards to the whole situation. I don't really want to talk about it. I don't want to, you know, basically, I just didn't want to talk about you. And not in a negative way, not like I want to talk about that. You know, no, I just didn't want to talk about you because... Of
course, I respect that.
I don't expect to be caught in a corner where, you know, I'll say something and somebody's going to take what I'm saying, misconstrue it, and then, you know, take it to you and say, Tina said this, when in fact that's not exactly what I said.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I didn't want that. If this was going to be sorted out, in my opinion, you know, it was going to happen through me and you, like personally, not involving other people.
Absolutely.
It just wasn't going to happen.
I get it.
Like I was just trying to go through that entire thing. I was just trying to think about it because remember, for me, I'm not somebody who trusts people easily.
I know.
Like I think you know from back in school, being like a quiet person who keeps to herself. I'm somebody who, you know, used to get judged so easily, and when you would ask for reasons, it's, well, she's quiet. She thinks she's all that, but you don't even know me. You've never sat down and actually had a conversation with me. You don't know the type of person I am. Do you understand? So it's not easy for me to trust somebody. That's why my circle was always so small. Still today, like my circle is always small. But you have to deal with, you know, being disappointed by you in the sense that I know that I would stand up for you regardless whether we're together as friends or we're not. I would stand up for you. I would always like stick up for you. But to feel as though, you know, I didn't get that at that time, especially to somebody like if the tables were turned and somebody's like your friend, you introduced me to your friend and your so-called friend was saying, you know, those type of things to me, I would definitely point it out to them like, listen, I don't understand why you're saying all these things about MsZanuraM. Because
and that you know what, everything that you are saying, it definitely makes sense. Like I understand what you are saying, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that's not who I am. Everything that you are saying, I am that person, but at the time I just didn't see myself responding that way. I felt like saying less was best. Does that make sense? And I needed to just, if anyone could pull up, it's definitely gonna be me, right? And I don't know what happened, but mom said you went to your sister's. So yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, I remember, because I think my mom called my sister, and I was there, and she was like, you guys are at home. And I'm like, okay, and why are they at home? Okay, maybe y'all went to, you know, see my mom and my dad or something.
No, I bullied. Let me tell you something. I bullied my mom and forced her to go with me. I'm like, Mom, we are going. Like, I need to see her. I'm leaving in like a couple of hours or days. I think I was leaving like the next day or something. I was leaving back to New York and I'm like, I am gonna bully her. I don't know when next I'm gonna see her. Only to find out after that day, I was gonna see you a year and some change later, which is gonna be now. It's crazy. But yeah, I definitely had my reasons for pulling up on you, but I'm gonna sincerely apologize for that because I know you don't like being cornered until you're ready, and you should be allowed the time and space you need to breathe and harvest every feeling that you have together and put shit together and then come back to someone and talk to them. Like that part, I know I messed up strong, but like, yeah, I was thinking about me then. I was definitely selfish and not thinking about the next person and how much they needed their space and time. You understand what I'm saying? I was not thinking about you. I was thinking about me and how we needed to fix things fast before I leave. Do you understand? So.
Yeah, I'm legit, like, not that person who like, I don't want to say for forgive easily. Because that would mean I hold grudges. If I was holding a grudge, we wouldn't be talking right now.
You're not alone.
Like, no, but like, I don't know how to put this. But anyway, man, it's just that I don't like I said, I don't like being cornered.
I know.
You know, I normally what works for me is just getting some time to cool off, because that gives me some time to actually think and not just see the wrongs that, you know, the next person has done, but to also see my faults.
Right.
And I think it's easier for me to deal with situations when it's like that, because I don't like dealing with situations when I feel, you know, you wronged me, you wronged me, you know. Obviously, if we have a conversation, then like I really don't care about my actions, you know, or how my actions contributed towards the breakdown of our relationship. I don't care about that. All I care about is letting you know that you did this and you did that. I don't like that, blah blah blah. And it's honestly, and what's the point of having that conversation when I won't even understand when you're telling me that, okay, Tina, but this is what you did. I would have expected you to react this way or talk to me or do this. If that happened then, if we had that conversation that day, I think we probably would have fought. Not physically, girl, but I mean...
I would never put my hands on you. That's just like crossing the line.
Put my hands on you.
That's just like crossing the line. I'm sorry.
No, I wouldn't. But I mean, as when I say fight... I mean,
we wouldn't have gotten nowhere. I understand what you're saying.
Exactly.
We wouldn't have gotten nowhere.
An argument.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't be in a position where, you know, I understand or I see that this is where I went wrong. I should have come to you as a friend. I mean, if I trust you with crazy things, why can't I trust you with something so simple?
And that's crazy, because
where I'm coming from.
The crazy thing is, and I don't want this, like I said on the part 1 of this video, I was like, everyone I ever spoke to, every friend I ever tried to make after that, like during that period, everyone was like, why are you all up with your best friend? She clearly don't like you. She don't care about you. That's why she didn't feel like talking to you. And I would tell people like, why didn't she come to me and just talk to me about this situation? Why this, why that? I was so angry about it for so long, the whole time. Like, she should have trusted me enough to come and talk to me. She knows we have that open policy of, you can tell me that. She's like, listen, you are up here. This is what you need to do. And this is what we're gonna do to fix it, because I'm not trying to lose you as a friend. I feel like I didn't get that from you at the time. I'm like, she did not. She missed everything. Our friendship of XYZ of years, and that particular day with everything that happened, she didn't come to me and talk to me. And for that moment, I wasn't your friend. I felt like I was just some next person that you don't care about.
Honestly, you see what you're saying right now? That's exactly how I felt when all of that was happening.
Right.
During like the weekend of the wedding. That's exactly how I felt. I was like, who's this person? I don't know who this person is. Like, is this for real? Like, what is this? I was being myself, and who's this person? I don't recognize this MsZanuraM. Like, what the hell is going on? I was very hurt, honestly, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I'm tired. Honestly, I'm done being this loyal person, you know, to people who are going to turn around and stab me in the back. For what? Like, for what? Let me just remove myself from the equation and, you know, let them continue whatever friendship it is that they're forming. I don't want to have any parts of that. That was basically me. I was hurt, and at the same time I was like, you know what, I'm gonna remove myself from this situation, because it's just not, I don't want to be the midst of that. I really don't. And you already know I had a lot going on in my life personally as well, and it's just like, it's just too much for me. It's too much for me.
I know.
It did hurt. It hurt a lot. And I remember that Sunday, off that weekend, I had a conversation with my sister, and you know, she listened to everything that I said, and she was telling me that she's noticed some things happening, but she didn't want to, you know, mention it to me before I approached her and told her. Luckily for me, I told her on the exact same day, and she was like, you need a break. Like, just take a break. Don't overreact. Don't, be confrontational, and that's exactly how I am. I'm not a person who's confrontational.
Right.
You know, whether it's whether I'm talking to my friend, whether I'm talking to whoever I'm in a relationship with, whether I'm talking to my parents, I'm not a confrontational person. You know, if anything, when something goes wrong, I just withdraw. I just keep to myself. I just find my own little corner and I sit there. And not because I'm trying to punish somebody, but honestly, it's because, number one, I don't know what to say. Number two, I'm so hurt, I don't think I'd be able to properly articulate myself. Number three, it's just disappointment. It's just me just giving up, like, whatever, let me just leave it. You know, but at the end of the day, like, you know, what you did and my reaction or my response to what happened definitely did hurt our relationship a lot. Absolutely. I mean, I also had times where I had to explain to people what happened to Zanura, and me being me, like I said, I would just be like, no, she's okay. I wouldn't go deep into detail with regards to what happened.
That's crazy. That's crazy how the exact same thing that you did when people came to ask me, like, rated R, I was like, oh no, you know, we good. Me and her are good. Even though I feel like he could tell something was off with me, but I just didn't want to say it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I didn't want to say it. Because me and him were also getting close. It was like, can he see right through me? Like, do I have to say something now? As much as I wanted to tell him, but I'm like, you know what? This person is also friends with my best friend. I can't just sit here and really express every flipping single feeling that I'm feeling right now without, I don't want him to turn around and look at me later like, oh shit, you was really mad at her for this. You know what I mean? Because I was frustrated for you for not coming to me, like, twisted. And I said this to you, I was beating myself up. I'm like, I wish I didn't even go to that wedding, because then my mouth would have been shut. Do you understand what I'm saying? I wish I didn't have to even meet those people, because whatever energy, whatever sorcery was around me at that moment, whatever I said to hurt you, I definitely regretted it all that year, that whole flipping year and some change. I struggled with myself, with my feelings. I even blamed myself. I even blamed you. I'm like, it's her fault. And then I turned around and I looked at myself. I'm like, it's all me. It's all me. I was up and down like a roller coaster, girl.
Like, what the hell?
I was like, you hear me? I'm like, it's her fault. She don't love me. And even though, if somebody asked me, why is it her fault, Z? Why is it your best friend's fault? She don't love me. That was my answer. She don't give a shit about me. She don't give a shit what time I poop, she don't care.
You're insane.
That's how I felt. And I'm like,
honestly.
No, jokes aside though, friend, you definitely know I beat myself up for that. And I was like, was I too drunk? What did I do? Did I say something? Did those girls take shit that I said and twisted everything to try and break us up? I thought of every avenue. I thought of every avenue. Everything you can, yo.
Yeah, it was messy. It was insane. But like, yeah, it's just one of those things. I guess every relationship is bound to have its ups and downs. And I think that was the very first time we had any type of conflict.
It sure was. Me and you have never... Me and this woman...
Never fought, not even once, about anything.
We always gel. We always on the same frequency. We understand each other. You understand my crazy. Yeah. People don't receive me well in America. And that's why it's been so difficult to share my friendship here, because don't receive me well. It's either they too judgmental, or they think I'm too loud, or they think I'm all of that. Girls here think that's what they think about me. Or they come into my place and they see what I have and where I came from a shitty ass apartment with my ex to having all of this shit to myself. And and they just like, oh my God, you doing well for yourself. And motherfuckers don't know where I come from. They don't know the shit that I had to endure. You know what I mean? They don't know none of it. So it's just crazy. And it's just crazy to try and pick up. The most difficult part of that transition was trying to pick myself up and convincing myself I can do it without her. I can do it without her. I just kept saying, I'll be better. I'll be stronger. I have learned my lesson. I'm gonna pray. I even went to a point where I was like, I forgive you, Zanura. I forgive you. It's okay. You know what I mean? Like, you go through so much with yourself. It was literally a battle. And if people asked me about your name, if people said, so where's Tina? Because everybody knew Tina was my best friend. I would just cry. I'm like, don't do that.